Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
After the devastating flooding, what will it take to repair and get I-94 back open? And how do we make sure that it doesn't happen again? Nick Monticelli is working to get those answers. And State Rep Joelle Jones appears before a judge today and zeroes in on that traffic stop that got him facing drunk driving charges. And we begin here on Local 4 News at noon with breaking news of charges that have been dropped against a Detroit teacher in the drowning death of a Mumford High School student. Judge Kenneth King ruled that there was not enough evidence to try Kareem Sigler on an involuntary manslaughter charge. Prosecutors say that Sigler was in another room when 15-year-old Deshaun Blanding drowned in February of 2020 in the school pool. King says that Detroit Public Schools Community District was reckless when placing Sigler in charge of more than 30 kids in a swimming class. State Representative Joelle Jones faced a judge this morning in connection to his drunk driving arrest earlier this year. Jones faces several charges, including resisting and obstructing police, reckless driving, and drunk driving. His attorney says that police were out of line, using excessive force during the arrest last April. In court today, defense attorneys questioned a state trooper from the scene about the protocol used during the traffic stop.
How would you come up to the conclusion that somebody is intoxicated if you don't ask him a question?
Strong odor of intoxicants coming from him, slurred speech, red bloodshot, glassy eyes, poor balance.
Did you ask him if he was drinking?
I didn't get to that point yet.
Did you do a PBT test?
No.
Did you do a field sobriety test?
No.
They don't teach you that in officer school, that you're supposed to do those steps if you feel somebody's intoxicated?
His actions took us in a different direction.
A judge just decided that he will go to trial in the case. We will have more from the courtroom in later newscasts this afternoon. And developing this noon, the government in Myanmar is releasing hundreds of prisoners as of this morning, including journalists. But we don't know if Huntington Woods native Danny Fenster is among them that are being released. Right now, about 2,300 people are being released, many of them activists who were detained for protesting against the military seizure of power, and journalists who reported on those protests. About 5,200 people have been detained in connection with the protests. Danny Fenster was taken into custody last month trying to fly home here to Michigan. We will be following this story for you, of course, throughout the day, and we'll bring you any new developments that we were able to find out about whether or not he is going to get freedom in our later newscasts. An update on a hit-and-run crash that took the life of a 5-year-old boy in Warren. Police say that a 22-year-old man from Detroit has now been arrested in that deadly crash. Police say that the 5-year-old boy was with adults on his way back to his home while riding a bike when a driver of a black Jeep accelerated to try to beat a red light at the intersection of Van Dyke and Stevens, and he hit the boy and kept on going. Police found his car at a Taco Bell restaurant on Van Dyke near 16 Mile and Sterling Heights. The driver admitted to being in an accident and was taken into custody. Police are still investigating. Oh, this stretch of weather in the weather department has definitely been tough for a lot of folks with the heavy downpours, the flooding rains. Definitely could use a break from it, Brandon.
Severe weather, you name it, including yesterday and then the Saturday EF2 tornado. So we're breaking the pattern slowly but surely here today. We're middle upper 70s. And how is that breaking the pattern? Well, this time yesterday we were a little closer to 90 degrees. So we have a pretty good dip in the 24-hour comparison of temperatures. So it is, anywhere from 8 to about 15 degrees cooler at noon today than it was yesterday. Still have some shower chances. Highs should get into the low 80s. Yesterday it was 90, very steamy, but still with a couple of cool fronts trying to push through. Shower chances are certainly there, and the cold front is sparking these heavier showers downriver and into our south zone, Lenawee, Monroe counties. Lightning tracker is on, and we don't see any of that. We do see the possibility, Rhonda, of a few more showers, and we'll take a closer look coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Meanwhile, this afternoon, we are getting a closer look at the damage that was caused by all of that flooding on Metro Detroit freeways for days. The eastbound lanes of I-94 from Detroit to Dearborn are still closed because the cleanup effort and repair is just so great. Nick Monticelli is there with a look at what the crews are facing.
Good afternoon. So finally we're getting a real up close and personal look at the damage to I-94. It's all happening right there underneath the Warren Avenue overpass, and that is where the bulk of the water from this storm sat and waited for the longest amount of time. Now take a look at this video. This shows you just how bad it is. Of course, the crews did start tearing apart some of the concrete, but the majority of it just broke away on its own. Why? Because when that much water was sitting there, it actually started going underneath the concrete, underneath the roadway, and eroding away the soil. When that happens, there's nothing left for the concrete to sit on.
The soil and earth all eroded underneath, so it has weakened the roadway. Just like if you knock the legs out of a table, you don't have any support underneath there. And we have tens of thousands of vehicles that use eastbound 94, and the roadway just would not hold up to that kind of weight.
So now you've got the road crews working as fast as they can to get I-94 back open. But again, you can see how much work has to be done. The other challenge in all of this, well, you've got weather and you've got the holiday.
Although we could reach the point that maybe the concrete is down and the curing time falls over the holiday weekend, that would be the best scenario.
The only good news, the only upside to this is that because I-94 is closed in the eastbound lanes, MDOT is using that as an opportunity to do some medium repair work as well. So while it's closed, they'll be doing that. You'll see more work going along here. But again, we're talking 1-2 weeks, and if weather becomes an even longer issue, maybe even more than that. We're along I-94. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
A group of Democrats in Michigan's congressional delegation got together this morning to push the bipartisan infrastructure plan being discussed in Congress.
As evidenced by the current severe flooding across Michigan, feeling it very much in my district, and Rashida's feeling it in other parts of Michigan as well, we've got to invest in our infrastructure now.
The bipartisan infrastructure plan would cost $1 trillion over the next 5 years. It would go towards roads, bridges, expanding broadband access, and more. The plan still faces pushback on Capitol Hill. Progressives say it doesn't go far enough, and Republicans are refusing to tie it to other social priorities like education. Now to new information on the COVID vaccine. Moderna says that its shots show promise against multiple coronavirus variants, including the Delta variant. The company says that it collected blood samples from 8 people 1 week after the second dose, and they found that the vaccine produced neutralizing antibodies against Delta and other variants. The data has not been peer-reviewed. The head of the CDC is weighing in on masks as the Delta variant spreads. Recently, the World Health Organization suggested that vaccinated people should still wear masks and social distance. But Dr. Rochelle Walensky says that those guidelines are set for the entire world, which has a much lower vaccination rate overall than if you just focus on the United States. She also said that people should follow the guidelines where they live.
We've always said that local policymakers need to make policies for their local environment. There are areas of this country where about 1/3 of people are vaccinated. They have low vaccination rates. And there are areas that have more disease, that are have more disease in the context of people not being vaccinated. Those masking policies are not to protect the vaccinated. They're to protect the unvaccinated.
As for where we stand, yesterday, the state of Michigan reported 173 new coronavirus cases in the past 24 hours and also reported 32 more deaths. At last update, the state's vaccination rate sits at 61.7%. Still to come here at noon, a heat wave continues to grip parts of the country with temperatures soaring above 110 degrees in some areas. It is oppressive in parts of the country. Now we're learning what the long-term effects may be from this stretch of sweltering temperatures. But first, more people are found on the site of the condo collapse in Florida. Now, crews are preparing for the possibility of severe weather impacting the search efforts there. to recover more of the bodies. The very latest next.